Hi and welcome back to David Pattinson's Accused Friends. Today I'm going to do a video on the top 5 heroes of lockdown in Great Britain. And there's been a lot of heroes, and I want to make an acknowledgement for just the everyday heroes in our country who are the British people locked up in their home under unlawful house arrest and have tolerated that outrageous condition with dignity. And it's been incredible that so many people have tried to be patriotic and support the government's position, even though it's not been remotely justified. And thankfully, there's 5 individuals that I want to talk about in this video that have stood up for British rights and deserve significant recognition. They're also the people that have helped lead to the creation of the anti-lockdown flag. People standing up for the civil liberties of the British people. So number 5 on my list is Judge Jonathan Sampson. And this guy's unique because he's pretty much the only member of the British establishment that has come out against the lockdown. There's no group of people that dislike dissent any more than the British establishment. And Sampson is someone of high esteem and someone of significant gravitas. And he's come out to say that British civil liberties have been totally violated, and he wants to stand up for common sense, which has kind of become almost like a 4-letter word these days in British society. But he's someone that's gone against the grain, kind of a gentleman in retirement now, doesn't have to do anything, but he wants to stand up for British civil liberties, and he deserves a place on this list. Number 4 is a guy called Francis Hoare, who is a very, very talented barrister, and he puts legal briefs together that are so detailed they would be even more comprehensive than a manual for a space mission to Mars. I came out and called for the prosecution of the government for the total violation of British civil liberties, and Francis has kind of gone ahead and put all that into legal language, which is very, very comprehensive, and is heavily involved in the prosecution of the government and holding them to account for their unlawful conduct. This guy's sort of somewhat under the radar, not a public figure, but a super talented guy, super courageous guy, deserves a lot of praise, and I hope he gets to see this video and can receive this high praise. Number 3 on my list is Piers Corbin. This is a guy that loves protesting, but more than that, he stands up for British people's right to protest. He's been protesting all over the place against the unlawful house arrest of our country, and it was incredible to see that he was arrested for speaking at Speaker's Corner in Hyde Park, put through a 7-hour interrogation by the Metropolitan Police, which is a total disgrace. And this guy is a total hero. He's stood up for British rights. You can remember back to last year where there were all those Remain protesters in London, and every member of the media was going on about how people have a right to protest. And yet during this lockdown, when Piers Corbin's almost stood alone as the lone figure of protest, very, very few people have stood up for his right to protest. And he deserves significant recognition, and want to recognize him in this video. Number 2 on my list is Simon Dolan, who's leading the prosecution of the government. He's a highly dynamic guy. I do not know him, but he seems extremely patriotic, and it's not easy to oppose the government. And he puts his money where his mouth is. He's had a lot of success in his life, and he's putting something back that's extremely important. I've spoken in support of his prosecution of the government. I encourage people to donate, but for Simon Dolan personally, this is a great feather in his cap. I hope he can be recognised for his heroic effort, and it's fully deserved that he gets a place on this heroes list. The number 1 person on my list who I think everyone knows and kind of who stands alone has been the total hero of the anti-lockdown movement, and that's Peter Hitchens. I do not know Peter Hitchens, but I did meet his late brother Christopher in Washington DC about 10 years ago, and he was there to do a radio show about atheism, and I spent about 15-20 minutes with him, and he was super nice to me. And you know, I think that Peter Hitchens has taken such a lead against lockdown. My position on it was for civil liberties, which Peter Hitchens agrees with, but he has taken it a step further and has put together just an absolute dismantling of the government's health case in favour of the lockdown. He's shredded it to pieces. There is not a media appearance he has made or an article he has written during this lockdown that I have not seen, and I know he's been a beacon of hope for a lot of people. I hope he gets to see this video, and I know I speak for just a ton of people in our country to offer him the sincere thanks of everyone for his amazing effort throughout this lockdown, and long may it continue. So hope you like this video. I hope you agree with all these great heroes, and if you've got any more to suggest, please write them in the comments section. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.